Hello, everybody. Sean, Gareth, and Ritual team. Matthew Lida here with the Ritual team from Awaken. We've had our Ritual team gathering in an Awaken team gathering in Virginia, and this is my first attempt to communicate with you, Sean and Gareth, to let you know where we're going. And then also, Ritual team, please chime in um, on anything you hear me say that I kind of fill in the gaps. What I want to do with this video is just quickly give you guys a distillation of where we're at now, and you can see I have something shared on the screen here, and then something that y'all could watch on your own time, and then we could schedule a time to iron out any details. But okay, let's let's go. So I'm just going to scroll down on the schedule here. And I'm going to annotate, so we're going to start with the men doing an opening ritual that we have the idea of here. Essentially, we're going to have men connecting with their heartbreak. Uh, there's so much happening in the poly crisis right now, so much grief, so much sadness, so much anger, personal and collective. So this is going to be a ritual where men uh, work with what breaks their heart, what ails thee, um, what they carry, the personal, the political, the global, the communal. What is their pain? And there will be a ritual to express that. And in the middle of the ritual space, we will have a fire burning. We will have a galvanized water basin, and perhaps we will have some elements that foreshadow what is to come during the weekend around the sacred masculine, around the warrior archetype. So perhaps we may have a shield or a sword, or um, like a kingly crown, or maybe elements that represent the four main archetypes of flowers for lover, a spell book for magician, or something like that. Um, a shield or sword for warrior, and a crown for sovereign, or that inner leader, king or queen. So that's how men are going to be like broken open right off the bat. There actually will be something before this. So, y'all, I haven't really planned what I'm going to say here, but I just wanted to go ahead and communicate. So, actually, before that grief ritual, let's scroll up. When men arrive on the first day, like as soon as they arrive, so this is going to be like from 2 to 5 p.m. When men arrive, we're going to have them go on their own kind of ritual, and where they'll go to a pond, and essentially we're going to have them root in to their resources, to their gratitude, to what they love about life, um, who they love, their teacher. So we're really going to ground them into gratitude and resource them and orient them when they arrive. They'll drop their bags off at orientation or at check-in, and then we'll send them across the street to the pond where they'll do a walk. And it's really designed to give them a good, solid foundation, because again, that Thursday evening, we're going to go right in to honoring their pain. Scrolling down. All right. As of now, what we have after that initial ritual is we have an opening. Come on, I can do it. I can annotate. I believe in myself. Here it is. Opening with Gareth. And Gareth, what you had shared about the story about stories. So in the cracking open of pain and our heartbreak and that ritual, these men will come right in to this opening where you can share story, and like, what is the story we've told about the sacred masculine? What is the story we've told about warrior or fire? Anything that you're going to help um, lead them in. Then Sean you're going to have this like teaser, probably like a little bit from your first session you gave us in your handout. Just you're just going to give us a little teaser on sacred masculine and warrior and why we're going. So that'll be Friday night. Sorry, Thursday night. It's the first day. Scrolling down. I'm going to go over to Friday right here. Okay, Friday. I'm just going to try to highlight where you guys come in. Okay, Friday morning, you can see, maybe I'll just do some little highlighting. Story blessing right here. That's Gareth, 10 minutes. Then we have the morning teaching session. This is Sean, and then maybe Gareth with the story blessing. And Sean, what we were thinking at our planning is that this would be like you gave us that like first session about warrior energy. I don't have it right in front of me. The wound of the warrior. It was pretty spelled out. We would like you to probably give the first half of that talk here and really spend some time with it. And then in the evening, and it's all draft form. So we'll see what happens. But in the evening, I'm going to scroll down right here in the evening session. Sean, you would give that second half of that talk, or some more on the warrior, would be really delving and diving in. And then either you, Sean, would lead us in like a shield making practice as part of that Friday night. Or we may flip the ritual. You can see this ritual happens beforehand, Friday night, or the ritual could come after that session, and there could be like this contemplative shield making practice and like partnering off and like blessing the shield and like claiming what is I am here to protect, what I stand for, what it is that I love. That could come after your evening session, Sean. I just want to like connect those two. So you told us in our conversation last week that you were really committed to that part one of your talk, like that outline, that first session. So what we envisioned is Friday, you would give that first session, but in two pieces, like in the morning and then in the evening. And then either part of our ritual team or in part of your session, we would do the shield making honoring. So maybe even part of your session, we would make the shields, and perhaps after that, again, we can move this. We don't have a plan for this ritual right here. So this ritual could possibly go after. And so maybe after the shields are made in your session, we could do a ritual, maybe the one that you envision, Gareth, that you envision, that would nothing complicated. Our Thursday night ritual is pretty elaborate. We're thinking Friday night ritual is super simple. Again, ritual team chime in here. But that ritual on Friday night could be like, what do we do with these shields? How do we want to ritually bless these shields? Do we take them out on the land? Do we walk with them? Do we sit in silence with them? Do we pair off with another brother and bless each other? I don't know. But anyway, there's an idea. Let me clear all those drawings. That's Friday. Let me see if there's anything else I want to say about Friday. Just going to look in right here. Okay. You both will lead workshops in the middle of Friday, but you'll lead workshops Friday and Saturday, I believe. Okay, let's go to Saturday. Saturday morning session. What we have here is, again, we're going to lead off with a story blessing by Gareth. Then we have a fishbowl council, and this will be facilitated by Dan Harris, and we're going to have men sharing their stories about warrior, about the sacred masculine. They're going to share their stories in front of the whole group in like a circle format. We might have 4 or 5 men. Sean, you're going to be listening deeply to that conversation. And then right here, you may have something from your outline prepared that you want to. But you'll give like a wrap of that and like tie it in, and maybe in dialogue with Gareth, maybe two together. That's Saturday morning. And then Saturday night's pretty planned. We have it's our fire stoker gathering. There's you can see you're not really on the agenda there. That's our fundraising campaign, essentially. In the evening, after that, we're going to have an outdoor bonfire. Sean, we would love you to lead us in that like Haka inspired movement you have with the stomps and claps and chants. And then we hope to do something of like a whirling dervish inspired dancing around the fire, and we'll have someone leading that. And so yeah, so that Sean and Gareth, you might have some creativity around this too. But that evening at night will be fire, dancing, Haka, praying together. It'll be a blast. I'm actually pretty excited about that part. And then Sunday. Okay. Sunday. Okay. Here's the closing session. Let me see if I can annotate. Okay. Okay. Gareth leading us off. It's 9:10, and then 9:30 is our closing session with Sean. And what we had envisioned here was where this was something like a warrior playground, Sean, that you would be bringing it home to our body. Maybe it's the warrior sculpting. Maybe I'm kind of blanking, but it's a lot of the stuff me and you talked about, Sean, in our conversation of like your experiments with this, like getting men to move their bodies. And so it'd be 30 minutes of like, hey, let's try this and let's try this. We've been talking about warrior, been working with it, the sacred masculine. And so that 30 minutes, we see that as really an interactive, like you facilitating. All right, we're going to try this with our partner. And now we're going to try this, and then weaving it to like this like closing piece, like a accumulating or culminating over the weekend. This is Sunday, and then right here we'll have our closing ritual. If y'all have any ideas about that, let us know. We don't have that spelled out yet, and that's essentially it. So stop in the share. Okay, I just wanted to like get that conversation started. Hopefully you can watch that, give you an idea of where we're at as a team, and let's see what questions you have and where we go from there. All right, Matthew Lyda, Ritual Team, Awaken Planning, balloons. All right, see you later.